45 crores by selling samosa. Ladies and gentlemen and students of business, with the right mindset, right business strategies and right insights, you can build a 100 crore brand, you can build a multi-million dollar business just by selling something as low as a 20 rupees samosa. And this has been done and proven by this couple, Karamveer Singh and Nidhi Singh, and their brand Samosa Singh, which is currently at an annual run rate of 45 crores. Ladies and gentlemen and students of business, this business case study is going to basically cover the entire journey of Karamveer and Nidhi building their brand Samosa Singh and scaling it to such incredible numbers. I have covered some great insights, some great business lessons for you entrepreneurs, for you business students. So please stay tuned, watch this video till the end. If possible, make some notes, take some notes so that it can help you in your journey of building incredible businesses and incredible startups. Let's start. So ladies and gentlemen and the students of business, Karamveer Singh and Nidhi Singh, the founders of Samosa Singh, started their brand, and basically this story starts back when they were into their college days, when they were basically pursuing biotechnology from Kurukshetra University. Now here's something to note about that. These two couple who have built a hospitality brand, who have built a food and beverages business, they actually do not belong to this industry. They basically belong to a science background, and they were pursuing biotechnology from Kurukshetra University when this couple met, started dating and came into the contact of each other. One fine day during their college days of pursuing biotechnology from Kurukshetra University, Nidhi realizes that she is not getting the joy of her life by pursuing biotech. She basically wanted to pursue a career in marketing, and for the same reasons she basically shifted to New Delhi to pursue the same career. She basically got employed in a US based pharma company while Karamveer was still in Kurukshetra University pursuing biotechnology, and they started off a long distance relationship. Meanwhile, when Nidhi was pursuing her marketing career with the US based pharma company in New Delhi, Karamveer basically got graduated from Kurukshetra University in the field of biotechnology, and to pursue his masters, he basically shifted to Hyderabad, wherein he started his masters in the field of life sciences. Now, during his Hyderabad days, Karamveer, after his college, after his classes, basically used to hang out with friends for evening tea and snacks. One fine day, when Karamveer was basically hanging out in the evening time for some snacks with his friends, he noticed a major thing that actually turned around his life forever. He noticed that along with the tea in the evening time, along with the evening tea, people generally tend to eat certain sort of snacks, as we know that, right? And in those snacks, majority of the people tend to eat samosas. He also encountered three major things while he was sitting on the bench with his friends eating samosas and drinking that cup of tea. He had three major realizations at that point of time. Number one, he basically realized that samosa is a dish, is a delicacy that is eaten in all parts of India. From northern regions to the southern regions, from east to west, samosa is that one specific dish which is eaten in all parts of India, and that is basically the TAM, total addressable market of samosas in India. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, let me give you a business lesson over here. Whenever you pick a niche for your startup, whenever you pick a business category for your startup, you always look for a category which has huge market size, because if the market size is small, the number of consumers are small, your brand, your startup is most likely to going to fail. Even if not in the early stages, you will actually face problems, incredible problems, while scaling up. So in the first place, the first lesson over here is you need to fetch a market, a niche, a business segment which has a wide consumer base to cater to. Karamveer realized exactly the same thing, that samosa has a very huge market size in India, and all sorts of consumer groups from the youth to the elderly basically eat this delicacy. Now, the second realization on Karamveer's part on that day was basically the fact that in India, there have been brands that are built around specific food cuisines. For example, there are brands who basically cater to the pizza segment. There are brands who basically cater to the sweets segment, to the namkeen segment, to the snack segment. But there is no brand in India who basically caters to the samosa segment on a macro level, on a very larger level. He basically noticed that there are absolutely no samosa brands in the market who basically cater to this specific niche in and out on a macro level. He basically realized that in India, the market of samosa is huge and there is not even a single player. All the players that exist are basically small sweet shops that we found in the neighborhoods, but there is no single brand. There is no single multi-outlet brand, no single global brand, no single brand on India's level that basically caters to this specific industry, specific sector, specific niche on a macro level. So he basically got a sense of competition and the market and the potential of his business idea regarding launching a samosa brand. Number 3. The third realization that he had was basically about the nutritional value. He basically realized that majority of the Indians tend to eat and buy samosas from the neighboring shops, right? But the problem with neighboring shops is basically about the quality and the hygiene factor. Because samosa is something that is deep fried, it has a lot of oil content in it. Also, all the ingredients of samosas, the way it is packaged, the way it is brought to customers, there are a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care about in terms of hygiene and in terms of nutritional value that was actually not happening back then. So the incredible market size, the problem of unorganized sector and the problem of hygiene and nutritional value basically helped Karamveer Singh at that point of time to think about launching a samosa brand in the market and tap in this incredible business opportunity in the Indian market. But ladies and gentlemen, because he was at that point of time pursuing his masters in the field of life sciences, he basically dropped this idea. He basically planned on not executing this idea. Just like many of us entrepreneurs, we basically get multiple ideas throughout the day and we never execute them, right? We never put efforts on them. The same thing happened with Karamveer as well. He had this incredible business opportunity, he had this incredible idea, yet he decided to continue his studies, continue his same profession of becoming a scientist, and he basically continued his masters in the field of life sciences. So ladies and gentlemen, when basically Nidhi was in Delhi pursuing her career in marketing, in the field of marketing, Karamveer finally completed his post-graduation in Hyderabad and finally decided to pursue a job in the same segment, and he basically never till this point of time never executed on his idea of Samosa Singh, of building the samosa brand. But he always had this idea in the back of his head, and multiple times on calls, over phone calls, over video calls, he basically told Nidhi, his to-be fiance, about this idea and about starting this brand Samosa Singh and to tap this incredible business opportunity. Now ladies and gentlemen and students of business, here is the interesting part, right? Two successful people, one of them in the field of marketing, one of them a scientist, pursuing their careers, earning a good amount of salary, a stable life, a stable career ahead, a stable future ahead. But one fine day, Karamveer finally decided that it is now the time to turn around life and now the time to finally put in the execution on the idea of Samosa Singh, on the idea of building a brand around samosas, and he finally decided that it is now time to get back to work, get back to home, quit the job, get the job in work from home phase, and basically start on building this samosa brand. And so he basically shifted back to his hometown. He and Nidhi both shifted back and they finally decided to go for work from home so that there's a stable source of income coming in. And the couple finally decided that now it is the time to put in incredible efforts on building a samosa brand, which was named as Samosa Singh. Now ladies and gentlemen, a very important business lesson is coming your way. Ladies and gentlemen, when Karamveer and Nidhi started on brainstorming about building this brand, they did not immediately launch their products. Nidhi and Karamveer, you guys will be amazed to know, Nidhi and Karamveer spent 1.5 years in the research and development process to knowing about the market, knowing about the problems of the market, knowing about the quality, the ingredient factor, the nutritional value, etc. Basically knowing in and out about their business segment, about their category. And that is a great business lesson for you entrepreneurs, for you business students, because a lot of times when we plan on starting a startup, we basically do not tend to put put in a lot of time in the research phase. We basically put in the execution part first, and most likely we all fail. This is because market research takes time, and the people who basically complete their market research, complete their homework regarding their business category, and the people who know their business category in and out more than their competitors actually succeed later on. That is exactly what Karamveer and Nidhi did. They basically spent 1.5 years in the research phase, knowing about their category and how actually can they build Samosa Singh to be an incredible brand worth over 100 crores. So ladies and gentlemen, while Nidhi and Karamveer were basically in the phase of brainstorming, were in the phase of research and development, they basically encountered three major things that actually helped them build their brand. Number one, they basically realized that the outer crust, the outer layering of samosa, which is basically made out of maida, this layering plays an important role in basically, putting up the overall value, putting up the overall quality of samosa. Let me explain this with an example. Ladies and gentlemen, you all must have eaten pizza, and you must have seen that lot of brands basically use ready-made bases for their pizzas. However, there are brands like Pizza Hut and Domino's which basically bake their own bases, which basically prepare their handcrafted bases, and the base plays a very important role in deciding the overall quality and the taste of pizza. Exactly what Karamveer and Nidhi did. They basically had this thing in their head that the outer crust, the outer layering of samosa plays a very important role, and if by any chance they can build a great outer crust, build a great outer layering using all those new ingredients that they planned on, they can basically enhance the the taste of samosa, the value of samosa to a great extent. Now ladies and gentlemen, here comes another insight. While they were in the process of deciding about the crust and deciding about the layering, researching about the crust part, they basically had another major insight. They basically found out that you must be knowing that what is the shape of samosa. It is basically in the shape of a triangle, right? They basically realized that just because samosas are in the shape of triangle, and you must have seen that samosas generally have gaps. The shape of samosa, the crust of samosa generally has gaps because of its triangle shape. And what happens is, when you basically fry the samosa, when you deep fry it, the oil part, right? The oil basically penetrates inside the samosa, which makes it even worse in terms of hygiene and nutritional value. So ladies and gentlemen, while Nidhi and Karamveer were researching about this crust factor, they basically decided that for their company, for their brand, the samosas will not be in the shape of a triangle to avoid oil from penetrating inside the samosas. They basically invented a new shape and called it as an interlocking triangle pattern, wherein all the sides of the samosas were interlocked in such a way to avoid oil from penetrating inside the samosa, to make it very much hygienic as compared to the traditional samosas. Do you understand the power of insight and the kind of insights that they had about their brand? And that is exactly what helped their brand achieve great numbers. That is exactly a business lesson. Ladies and gentlemen, when you decide on building a business, when you decide on building a startup, you must live your startup, your business category in and out. You must think of your business segment 24 hours a day to help you gather those insights, gather those small problems that your competition, that the existing market players are not able to focus on, and that is what makes your brand win. This interlocking pattern of Samosa Singh is actually a very powerful insight and a very powerful move that helps Samosa Singh capture a large part of India's samosa market. Now ladies and gentlemen, when they were in their research phase, they basically encountered another problem. They basically encountered another area, another potential business area. Ladies and gentlemen, they basically asked that why samosas only have potatoes as a filling. Who has exactly said that samosas can only have potatoes as a filling? They basically asked themselves, and what they, the solution came, the answer to this question came was basically, why not expand the categories of samosa? Why not basically launch pizza samosas to cater to the youth market? Why not launch Italian samosas, cheese samosas, noodle samosas to cater to the youth market of India? Because samosa as a delicacy appeals more to the elder crowd, and just because if they can play around with the fillings part, if they can instead of keeping potatoes as a filling, if they can somehow put pasta as as a filling, they can actually increase the total addressable market, wherein a large part of youth will also get interested in eating their samosas, and that is exactly what they did. They basically focused on building their menu in such a way that the samosas do not only have an aloo filling or not only have a potato filling. They basically designed the menu in such a way that the samosas of Samosa Singh had basically fillings of all sorts, ranging from Chinese cuisine to Italian cuisine to basically paneer, cheese, etc. This basically again helped them build a moat for their business, build a differentiator for their business, and later on win in the market. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, after this 1.5 years of extensive research, extensive insights, Samosa Singh launched their first outlet in a very small shop in Bangalore. And ladies and gentlemen, you will be amazed to know, just with 20 rupees per plate of samosa in the initial phases, Samosa Singh at that point of time with just one outlet used to get over 500 orders in a single day. And at that point of time, Nidhi Singh and Karamveer Singh themselves with no staff handled the shop. Karamveer basically used to be the chef, used to handle the kitchen, while Nidhi used to handle the counter and the finances. Just because of this major popularity of Samosa Singh in Bangalore of just one outlet, Karamveer and Nidhi finally decided that it was now time to expand and expand rapidly. Today, Samosa Singh has presence in majority of the cities, majority of the major cities of India. Currently, they are on a revenue run rate of 45 crores annually. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll be shocked to know, investors have actually funded this startup. This startup has raised 2 rounds of funding. It means that investors have incredible confidence on a samosa startup. Can you imagine this? The point is, if you build great businesses around the product, irrespective of the field, right, you can actually fetch in funding, you can actually fetch in the interest of investors, and investors are more likely to pour in money if you have proved yourself with the traction and the numbers of your startup. And so did Karamveer and Nidhi. So ladies and gentlemen, this was the entire case study of Samosa Singh, brought to you by the B School, your own business school. If you like this case study, if you like the business lessons, the insights, please please hit the like button. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can get regular updates on all the upcoming business case studies. Please press the bell icon. Let me know your insights and your valuable feedbacks about this case study. If you want any sort of other business case studies, do comment down below and let me know. If you have some sort of insights to share, please comment down below and let me know. I'll see you guys in another case study. This case study was brought to you by the B School, your own business school. I'll see you off in another video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.